Big question, guys. Who is going to be Trump's running mate? And I actually believe that question is a little bit more important this go around. For one thing, Donald Trump can only be president one more time since he's actually already served one term. And another reason also, Donald Trump is 77 years old. So whoever his running mate is probably going to be set up to be the next guy. I really do believe that. And I believe it actually needs to be someone that is America first. I definitely do believe that, man. I mean, there's been a lot of people, a lot of names out there about who is Trump going to actually pick to be his running mate. I remember doing the Fox News town hall. He actually said he already knew, but he wouldn't be naming that person. I'm anticipating that we're actually going to get the announcement probably in July. I believe that's what we're actually hearing right now. But according to the polls, the people have spoken on who they want to be Trump's VP. Now, this pick who came in number one is kind of surprising, man, because he did run for president. Now, I like the guy, but in my opinion, he's not very presidential. I believe there's better people. And also, I believe a big name is being left off this list. And this person, to me, is going to be right up there at the top. So let's get into this, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Remember, live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button to get access to the same thing. So here we go. Look at this on Daily Caller here. Poll reveals which vice president pick helps Trump with voters the most. Now, their number one pick here, it was really close between number one and number two. Of course, to no one's surprise, Vivek is definitely in the conversation here. But he wasn't number one. He wasn't number one. Check this out. A recent poll found that voters say they would be more likely to support former President Donald Trump if Republican South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is on the ticket in 2024. Tim Scott. I like Tim Scott. Tim Scott is not necessarily very inspiring. He just doesn't have that personality. He doesn't have that it factor. I think he's a really good guy. But man, he is not the one I would actually think would actually inspire people to vote for Trump. I really didn't. Vivek, to me, definitely inspiring, man. I mean, he knows how to tell the message to the people probably better than anyone here. Says Scott leads the field of possible VP contenders, including former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, Republican Senator Marco Rubio, Republican Rep. Elise Stefanik of New York, and former independent Rep. Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii. According to a recent Harvard-Harris poll, Scott drew 25% among voters who said they were more likely to vote for Trump if he was on the ballot, followed by 23% for Vivek and 22% for Rubio. Now, Tim Scott, he is definitely a part of the establishment, but he is a big Trump supporter. He really, really is. But if you are an establishment voter, chances are you're probably going to like Tim Scott. But I'm looking at this VP pick as the next generation. And Tim Scott just doesn't have the juice, man. He does not have the juice. Look here, you guys can actually see it right here. Tim Scott at 1, +6. Vivek, Rubio, Tulsi, -1. Kristi Noem, who I believe is now really out of the running now. Doug Burgum, and Elise Stefanik right there. Man, Tim Scott, man, that is a shocker to me. A shocker to me. Now, at least Stefani came in dead last at 13%. Doug Berman at 15%. Christy Nome, 16%. Tulsi at 19%. But someone's definitely missing, man. And this guy could be number one to me. Could be number one, but he's not on the list. Kind of surprising, man. Byron Donalds of Florida. That guy is really good, man. I'm a big fan of Byron Donalds, man. He is definitely America first. He's definitely more inspiring. Now, Tim Scott, he's an establishment guy. He's older, so I kind of get why some voters may say, yeah, I'd probably vote for Trump if Tim Scott is on the ballot. But Tim Scott really isn't. He doesn't have the juice, man. Byron Donalds definitely does. To me, Byron Donalds and Vivek, that's two guys right there to me. That's the two guys right there. And I probably would say, because I don't believe Vivek, last time we heard he wasn't in a running, but I think he really is. But man, Byron Donalds, man, he may be the guy for me. He may be the guy for me. No disrespect to Tim Scott, man. But this poll right here, nah. But see, I'm an America First guy. Not all Republicans are necessarily America First. And you saw what happened, man, when Trump actually picked Mike Pence last time. Mike Pence is not America First. He was establishment. He was establishment, and those people went out and voted for Trump, probably because he was on the ballot. But do I think that Tim Scott would actually be better than Mike Pence? Yes, I do. I think he'll be better than Mike Pence. But Tim Scott, I don't believe can actually take up the mantle. I mean, this pick, you have to pick someone that you're going to say, all right, you're the next person up. Vivek can definitely take it next time. And Byron Donalds. I mean, is that still a shot for Ron DeSantis? I'm curious about that. Is Ron DeSantis still in the running? We know that he's actually going to be raising money for Trump. But does he actually want to be VP? I mean, they're both alphas. But based on the way that Ron DeSantis ran his campaign, man, it was bad. It was really bad, man. But he's a really, really good governor of Florida. But I'm going to say I would actually want Byron Donalds, man. Byron Donalds should have been on this list. No disrespect to Tim Scott, man. But I don't think he has it, man. I really don't. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.